My earliest memory of interpreting dreams was while with my college girlfriend Teruko, aka Terry. We met through the matrix of a philosophy class, and bonded through philosophical discussion, such as talking about mysteries and sharing dreams. I remember how we would wake up in her still warm bed, letting our sleepiness laze in hazy meandering, then with drowsy voices share what we could recall of our dreams, even as they began fading from conscious memory. Like most people, we first found the surreal play of dreams fascinating but enigmatic, very interesting but ultimately unintelligible. But in time, partially inspired by the desire to impress Terry, I began to try to hypothesize what the dreams might mean, and eventually developed or discovered an ability to discern a dream's symbolic meaning. And as I practiced interpreting, usually other people's dreams, and listened to feedback, my understanding grew, and I developed a theory that helped me to conceptualize this process. What I learned was that while dreams are still very mysterious, the majority of dreams follow a pattern which is ingeniously complex, but definitely intelligible. We can interpret our dreams and learn from them. The basis of my interpretation method is symbology. That is, I consider each part and then the whole as simple symbolic expressions, first generally, then personally. I say generally because all symbols have a general meaning that is intuitively grasped by anyone familiar with it, like a green traffic light. But I also say personally because the dreamer has a personal, subjective perspective on the symbol which affects the meaning. So, two drivers associate a green light with the symbol of go. But one dreamer may see the symbol as progress, another as permission to proceed. Either way, the general interpretation has a meaning which is always intuitively logical. That is, immediately clear when pointed out or explained. So clear that once you see the meaning, you typically cannot unsee it. Put another way, I have consistently found that the deciphered meaning, if accurate, will ring recognizably true to the circumstances or concerns of the dreamer. The dreamer can verify the interpretation. Now, one of the endlessly fascinating observations about dreams is their riddle-like strangeness. Sharing dreamers almost always say stuff like, "I had a crazy or really weird dream last night." Dream journal. Stuff like, "I had a crazy or really weird dream last night." So, we might ask, if the interpretation is so understandable, why don't the dreamers understand them? Their riddle-like strangeness. This ignored question is actually a very good one, because it reminds us that dreams come from our own mind, but we still don't understand them. How I started interpreting dreams, but we still don't understand them. This question also leads us to my answer. My impression is that the odd alienation between the dreamer and their dreams comes from the fact that our conscious minds are not accustomed to the symbolic language of the subconscious mind, dream journal, which is the language of dreams. The sense of being unaccustomed to this language is not the same as being completely unfamiliar with it. I think of it almost like a person who learns a language as a child but stops speaking it soon after. They struggle as an adult to understand a native speaker of that language due to the lack of use rather than lack of acquaintance. In sum, when we interpret a dream, we are interpreting a language that some part of ourselves already knows. How could it be otherwise? Thank you for listening. Feel free to share any really good, weird dreams. And thank you, Teruko, for sharing your dreams with me, from the days of our college romance to the current years of our continuing friendship. Love you.